Going live a minute early? How dare I? My hair's all poofity. I need a haircut. That's what I'm saying. And the dogs apparently agree with me in their snorty kind of way. All right. How is everybody? Welcome back for this review, first reaction of Star Trek Discovery Season 5, Episode 7, Erigah. Live long and prosper and all that junk. All right. Sean O'Neill says he liked the episode or this video. Joe Brown, Trina calling out the bad translation has to be one of my favorite parts this season. 100% agree with you. She knows how to speak Breen. I found that fucking hilarious. Yeah, I like that. Trekyardians is here. Ooh, those Nexus feelings. Joseph Barbado, this was a good episode. I was shocked that Locke did it himself like that. He didn't mean to overdose, though, but yes. The lock is broken. Let's see. Sergeant Montgomery, Mako. Jet Reno has become one of my all-time favorite Star Trek characters. Really wish we see her on Starfleet Academy. Yes, Jet Reno's character is fantastic. I really do wish there was more of her in the seasons, but the time she's there, she definitely shines. I do really like her character and the actress. I just love the delivery she has for everything. So like deadpan, right? Brian Adamson. Hello, Brian. Terrence Childs. I miss Lower Decks already. Well, that's depressing. The Ghost of Q's left eyebrow. All hail the snoring pugs. Yes. Fleet Paw. $2. Have no fear. Fleet Paw is here. Good episode. Better than last week. Yes, it was better than last week. I've watched it 3 times now, and each viewing it gets a little worse for me. This one, cool to see a Breen Dreadnought. That thing is huge, much bigger than Starfleet headquarters, which is amazing. I wish we had seen more ships. I wish we had seen more of the Dreadnought. I don't know why it's sticking out of a nebula. That is like the stupidest thing. I don't understand that. Just show us the ship, you know? Fleet Paw last week was good too, but for different reasons. Yes, it was a very Star Trek episode of Discovery last week, and got to give him a little bit of credit for that. So, yes. This one just didn't... I was intrigued and like disappointed with this one all at the same time. If that makes sense. Probably not. Project Achieva, so that Breen Dreadnought was like 5 times the size of Star Federation headquarters. Probably more than 5 times the size, but yes. It's quite large. We have a video coming out about it on Saturday, so... Hi, Precious. You want to come up? Want to come up on my lap? Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. I can't really pick you up because you... Come on. No, you stay there. Come here. No jealousy. No jealousy. This is what I'm dealing with. This is the look I'm getting. What, you want to come up? And then this one gets jealous. Want to come up? Look, Precious. Precious, come on. You got enough toys in the bed, you think? Why'd you empty your toy bucket and bring all the toys upstairs? things, I tell you. Brian Adamson, I found the concept of the episode good. Loved the Breen ship, but the execution left a lot to be desired. Yes. Well, I just gotta open this window. A little bit hot in here. Here we go. Yes, it's interesting to find out about the warring factions of the Breen, and I also love the reference to the last time the Breen made it to Earth or Starfleet, they destroyed an entire city. I like that. So yeah, yeah, poor execution. I mean, the thing that got me was merchandising. See Dr. Culber's jacket. Everybody's going to want to have that jacket now. We got to get, oh, it's cold in the sick bay now, but Maul's still wearing the same thing. She's not wearing a jacket. They didn't give her a jacket. The security guys had a jacket. And speaking of, non-security force were a bit of, oh, I don't know, morons. And having non back did nothing for me. It was a non thing, if you know what I mean. So yeah, I did like Trina in this one though, Tarina, whatever. I think it was a missed opportunity not to have Saru back, even the Federation president. I did like that they say that she was off doing something and that it was for her own safety. It's just better that she stay there. I love that considering what was going on. But yeah, it was a missed opportunity in a lot of ways. But to see more Tarina, I think that's her name, was nice. I think Tilly and Adira were good in this episode. Stamets was all right. Book was pretty good. I think the standout again was Rainier. Burnham was all right. And Maul Locke, I don't understand what's going on with Maul's lip. Like, her lower lip bugs me now. She's got cud chewing tobacco in there because it looks funny and she talks funny. And she wasn't like that in the first few episodes. So I don't know what happened to her lip, but it was. I noticed it in the Mirrors episode as well. And this one is even a little bit more pronounced, and not only on one side but both now. So I don't know what's going on with that. Those might have been filmed the same day. I don't know, but it just that bugs me. Probably shouldn't, but it does. But yeah, Fleetpaw. It's in the nebula because they never finished the asset. Yeah. Joseph says lock, death level unlocked. Adam Brennan, best episode of the season for me. They got everyone involved in thoughtful ways. Also, I like bottle episodes. I like bottle episodes as well. I can see why you'd say that about this one. Not the bottle episode idea, but the got everyone involved kind of way. And I do agree with that. It's not my best of the season at all. But yeah, that's all I got to say right now. Fleetpaw, it's rather large. Ha, that's what she said. Got him. Wade Enyart. Last week was TOS like, this week was better for me from only the aspect of deciphering the clues. That's what I meant, but said poorly earlier. Earlier when? Zachary Gibbons, I enjoyed this episode. I would say 8 out of 10. Got more background into the Breen, found out Maul and Locke were married. The only thing I disliked was the size of the Breen vessel. Way too big. It was way too big. But I do appreciate the fact that when they say dreadnought, they mean dreadnought. Because dreadnoughts, as a rule in Star Trek, are not as big as they should be. If you look at the Federation class from the Franz Joseph Technical Manual, it's only slightly bigger than a Constitution class. I love the idea of a big dreadnought. That's kind of the point of a dreadnought. So I thought that was kind of cool. But yes, it was super oversized. It did not need to be that big. Zachary Gibbons, the Breen did to Rainier's race what the Cardassians did to Bajorans. Yep. Mark Henson, hi Captain Foley. Okay episode for Disco, but I'm longing for Strange New Worlds. Yes, indeed. So was I. So am I. Jason is here. He says hi. Hi, Jason. How's it going? Welcome back. Joseph Barbado, I need more Vance in this season. He was great tonight. Vance is always great when he's on the screen, yes. And I guess going back to my other point about Saru and it being a missed opportunity, it would have taken away from Vance, I think, or Tarina if Saru was in this. I kind of like that he wasn't in a way. Apparently, the real life reason was that Doug Jones was on a tour promoting a movie and wasn't there for filming of this episode. So, and that's fine. It's just to me, I like Saru as a character. I'd like to see more of him. And this season, we've been really lacking. And considering this is the final season, again, they didn't know that going into this, but I would have liked to see more. It just feels like a missed opportunity. So, but yeah. What other aspects could we discuss? There's not much to talk about with this one for me, honestly. Like, it was good. I mean, it's better than previous Disco episodes have been. The season as a whole is much better. So I hope they keep that up. It hasn't really been any slumps, hasn't been any slow pacing issues really. This one I think could have been moved along a little bit more. But I'm interested for next week to see the archive. I think the archive could be something really cool. So I'm kind of looking forward to that. And hopefully that doesn't let me down. We've only got 3 episodes left. So I just hope that they stick the landing on this one because as a whole, the season has been pretty good. But I don't know how they're going to end this with the progenitors. I don't see a satisfactory ending in it. I don't know what would be satisfying for me as a viewer, but I don't know if they can deliver any kind of satisfying ending to this whole progenitors thing. So I don't know. What are your thoughts on that, guys? I'm hella tired, by the way. Got like 4 hours sleep the last 2 nights, 4 hours each night, which is not enough. So just warning you, this will probably be a shorter live than usual, but we'll see how it goes. And just understand that if my eyes are red and I look a little bit tired, it's because I'm tired, and it's hit me like a brick wall now that we finished eating, and I'm just kind of like, ugh. So I apologize. I apologize in advance. Admiral Vance. No, okay. Joseph says, I like how Detmer and Oa just disappeared. Well, they're off. They took the ISS Enterprise back somewhere. You would assume to Starfleet headquarters, although the ship was damaged, so maybe they're still limping back. That's why they weren't there. I don't know. I would like to see more of those two. As much as I don't like Detmer, I think it's unfair to the character and the actress to not have her included in this, the final season. The final season. You know? Brian Adamson, I was wondering why the starbase and ships stayed when all of them can warp out of there. Because they were meeting to talk to the Breen. It wasn't like a Breen attack. If the Breen had attacked, they probably would have bugged out, I guess. But yes, the starbase can move at warp, so oh my goodness. Fleetpaw, Reese and Bryce, as well as Joseph Barbado. Oh, Reese and Bryce as well. Joseph Barbado, yes. Andy Brennan, only 3 left. Yikes. Discovery has trouble sticking the landing. They do. And it is a little bit kind of past the point where I'm starting to lose a little bit of hope that they're going to actually do that, like stick the landing, because it's just not really going anywhere. Wow, I can tell I'm tired just by looking at my video. My eyes are a weird shape. Adam Adamson, the concept is too big to have a satisfying ending. Yes. 100%. And I'm concerned about that. Wade Enyart, why were the Breen surprised they could be understood? Do they not have universal translators? They weren't surprised. It's just, it's always been the assumption that nobody can understand the Breen language, except for like Wayun. It's not really clarified, but it is kind of implied, I guess. I don't know how surprised he actually was that she knew. I was surprised she knew. I thought that was pretty fantastic. That's not the exact translation. That's a little more precise now, isn't it? I thought that was fantastic. And yeah, as somebody said earlier, one of the best parts of this season so far. ND Magoo, I'm going to be pissed if they don't actually wrap up the storyline. I have faith of the heart. I have faith that I think they will wrap up the storyline, but just will it be satisfying? Or will it turn out that they activate a hologram of the progenitors when they find the tech, and the progenitors are like, you're not ready. You're not ready for this. You've had all these problems with the Breen and this Maul and Locke person. You guys are not ready. You're not at that stage of evolution where you're ready for this kind of technology. I have a feeling that might be a thing, but Zachary Gibbons, yeah, I would have gone 9 out of 10 if Saru was in it to offer Burnham guidance. It was missing that. It needed a Saru moment, maybe a moment with Saru and his soon-to-be spouse. Yes, Saru in it would have been awesome. But he didn't even need to have a big part, but I think it would have added to the episode 100%. Just Barbado, well, we know they only shot an extra 20 minutes to wrap up the series, so I don't know. I'm keeping my expectations low for wrapping up this season. Yeah, it'll be interesting to see how they do that with that extra 20 minutes that they had, because like I think if they had known going in this was the final season, they would have done things a little bit differently, but we'll see. So far, it's a pretty good, solid season. And they were asked if you knew this was your final season, would you have done things differently? And the answer is like, no, not really. I don't think we would have done much differently, which I don't know if I believe or not. But anyway, there you go. Olivia, $2. Puggy snores. Yes, Puggy snores. There's multiple over here. Just Barbado, TNG did this whole season in one episode. Yep. Come here. Come here. You want to come up? You want to come up now? Oh. Okay. Did I hurt you? I didn't mean to hurt you. They did do it in one episode. Joseph Barbado, this one sort of felt like Picard season 2, where they stretched things out over two episodes when it could be done with one. Yes, this would have been a great 4 or 5-parter for this story, maybe. Or maybe even a 6-parter. And have the last 4 people at something else. Right? Yeah. This is precious, everybody. You look funny on camera on the side with your eyes bulging like that. You know that? People think you look funny. They're saying you look funny. They're insulting you. I know. I don't need kisses, though. You okay? So, yeah. It's a big plot idea. It's a big big story beat, the progenitors and creation of all humanoid life. And I don't know how it's gonna happen. I don't. Okay, look, I know you want to be up here, and I love you, but I got to put you down because you're heavy, and this is awkward. No, people didn't tune in to see you, precious. Joseph Roberto, this one sort of felt like Picard. Oh, I just read that one. Never mind, Joseph. Fleetpaw, Tarina being a snarky Vulcan was chef's kiss perfect. More snarky Tarina, please. Yes, 100%. And just the superior, like the way she did it was just, yeah, like you said, chef's kiss. Zachary Gibbons, I think the ending will be disappointing. If you're looking for a miracle device, I think in the end it will be more that it was about the journey. What we needed was there all along. Oh, Jesus. I hope they don't do that. I hope they don't do that. I had a theory about how the mycelial network could tie in with the progenitors. We've done a video on it. Go check that out. Hey, would you stop? Dot, be nice. I'm sorry for the dogs. The journey, the lessons we learned along the way. Yeah, I mean, yeah, could very well be, but that would piss a lot of people. No matter, that's the thing. I think no matter what they do, they're going to piss people off with this ending. Brian says, did the Breen get the tech during that vision we saw in the future? Yes, they had the tech. That was the whole point of that episode. Face the Strain was the name of that episode. They had the tech, and that's when they destroyed the Federation. So, Fleetpaw, $5 treats for a chunk of monks. For the chunk of monks, they deserve it, but healthy ones. They have diet treats because they don't need any more treats. Precious is the OG Puggins. She is, yes. Mullen 25, happy 50th, Captain. Thank you. It's actually on May 28th, but thank you for mentioning that because I was just thinking about that. We are going to be doing a Trekyards this Saturday on the 11th to celebrate my 50th birthday. The rest of the month is pretty busy for me, like from my birthday party to leaving for Wonderfest to a whole bunch of other things going on. That it's the only time I can really do one for just my 50th birthday. Generally, we do me and Sam's birthday on the same Trekyards because my birthday is May 28th, his is June 7th, and so we just kind of combine them. But this year, consider it's a 50th birthday. It's kind of a special one, so we kind of decided that it would be one Trekyards for mine and then one Trekyards for his, like mid-June kind of thing. So tune in for that if you can. Saturday, probably around 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time would be when we would start, and go for the afternoon, the whole afternoon. So tune in, have a drink with us, hang out, you know. Mark Henson, hi Puggy Precious. Hey, people like you, Precious. Even though I said they were making fun of you. Project Achieva, yeah, but what did TNG do with this idea? They found out about the progenitors and moved on. Yes, next week everything was fine. Not a big revelation, never mentioned again. Yeah, exactly. That's a bit of a problem. Joseph says, my hopes for that Calypso tie-in are fading. Hashtag justice for Calypso. You're not going to get it. You're just not going to get it. It's just that simple. Fleetpaw. Oh, we put the Spore Speculation video up. Thank you, Fleetpaw. Zachary Gibbons. So an early birthday celebration. Sounds great. Hope you'll be there. Fleetpaw. Isn't Sam hitting a milestone this year as well? Won't he be 30? He was 30 last year. So... 30 is not a milestone. 50 is a milestone. 30 is just a fucking speed bump in the road. It's nothing. Yeah, I just don't have much to say about this episode. It's great to see another side. It's great to see what goes on at Starfleet HQ with Vance and Tarina. But other than that, I mean, it was nothing special. I did like the idea of the refrigeration ICU bed, or the brain refrigeration unit. I liked that. I wish it would have been kind of contained within the force field, and I wish Maul maybe had a jacket on that they gave her or something, because she would have been cold, considering Culber had to wear one, and so did the security guys. Little much, but I also didn't. Oh, Jesus Christ! I also didn't buy it when Burnham went and got a Breen medic to come over. Like, I understand that they would probably agree to it, but to send over Breen officers and troops, I guess, onto your ship seems a little sketchy under the circumstances. Even to have so many beam into Starfleet HQ, like there was like 5 or 6, and then 4 over in the one side, and then 2 over in the other side. It's like, that's a little much, guys. That's a little bit forward of you for a first date. You know what I'm saying? Mark says, listen to me, Captain Foley. Lots of people have birthdays. Why do we treat yours like a goddamn funeral? Get back your command before you really do grow old. Yeah, I'm as old as Kirk was in Wrath of Khan. Zachary Gibbons. So the time bug obviously showed an alternate future where probably Locke died and the brain attacked and wiped out the Federation. Possibly, yes. Because they did make a point of saying it was the same ship that did that. I don't know how they knew that. There was no Breen ship there. They didn't get lots of like detailed readings or anything of the area to find out that it was the exact same ship. But Burnham did say that it was the same ship that destroyed us in that alternate future. It's like, really? Is it? How do you know that? That's just, you're just trying to sound smarter than you are, Burnham. James Knight, the best thing for me was the return of Commander Non. I had been curious whether she would ever be spoken of again. Yeah, but her character's just gone downhill. I didn't like her in this one. I don't know how to articulate that. She wasn't needed. It could have been any Starfleet officer. It could have been any security guy. It didn't need to be her. And is that her own special like security team, or are those just like security, like Starfleet security officers? If so, why are they dressed all in black? I just thought it was kind of stupid. You know, I would have preferred that they be like actual Starfleet uniformed officers, and she was maybe leading them as a specialist or something. Fine, I'd buy that. I didn't like the way it was portrayed. It didn't seem like they were Starfleet. It felt like a private kind of security company almost that Starfleet put in charge of this. So I don't know. That's my thought. It's just how I feel. Joseph Barbato. Time to talk about bringing back the fact files or some big double cheeseburgers talk. Big Mac double. It's a double cheeseburger dressed like a Mac, by the way. And fact files, yeah, I would love to bring back fact files. We'll see. Since there's not too much to say about the episode, that is, yes, exactly. I kind of said all I needed to say. If you guys have anything you want me to talk about in particular, let me know. But honestly, there's not a lot here for me. Brian says it seemed odd to allow Maul in there with Locke. Yeah, and the fucking reason too. Oh, he's injured, eh? So like, if we separate them, it'll just be like stressful and hard on him. Like, duh. So like, we're gonna keep them together, eh? Really? Just dumb. Zachary says, yeah, I expected more from Non. Didn't bring much. Didn't bring anything. Just her kind of distrust of Book. That was it. Like the last time we saw you, you fired photon torpedoes and launched an isolytic device. So I get the distrust. It didn't go anywhere though, because like almost right away she's like, "Oh, you're cool now. All right, cool." Mark, oh yeah. Did it even show the dreadnought in the glimpse of the future? I didn't think it did. It was the aftermath. It was the aftermath. But when they were there, sh- was it? I think it was Burnham. Because I don't think it was Rayner. But somebody said, "Is that a Breen ship?" And we're looking at this debris field. It's like, okay, maybe show us exactly what you're talking about. So, yep, not well done. James Knight, indeed, it was strange to just have her as a one-note security officer, given the backstory. Yeah, I wish I would have played a little more, like, have her have a few more scenes with some other people that she knows, like Tilly, or, you know, it's just kind of stupid. Brian Adamson, the doctor did the best during that combat scene. He did. And I was worried for a second when he got shot because of his whole, not feeling like himself and the whole spiritual side of things. I thought for sure when he got shot that he might be like near death at least. Literally like a minute later, he's up and helping Locke out. So, also, let's call Burnham over on Starfleet HQ and says, it's non. Okay, maybe just have your captain beam into a situation that she's not aware of, and as soon as she beamed in, the gun went out. Like, what the fuck is happening here? Like, maybe try to brief somebody what they're going to be walking into. I don't know, because Maul was still on the loose at that point, I believe. So yeah, it's just dumb. Mark Henson, disco is all about not hurting feelings, so logic is thrown out the window. We don't want to hurt the villains, poor feelings, so we can't separate them. That was kind of dumb. Yes. Yes, it was. Given the circumstances, yes, it was 100% stupid the way they did that. And also, Maul and Locke are like, so you're going to go steal a shuttle and then you're going to beat me away. Like, the security officers are from me to this wall back here away from them. Can you not fucking hear? And then, and don't say that the force field restricts the sound, because it doesn't. But, and then the security officers come up like, what are you doing? Oh, we're not doing anything. And then, when Maul goes up, I need to speak to Captain Burnham. And Locke just reaches over and like pops the thing open and turns it. And even after Colbert comes over to talk to Maul, like, you don't see these things. You got trained security officers at the door, and they can't see him flip open the thing and turn it, and like, too much stupid for me. Fleet Paw, force fields distort sound, don't you know? And somebody's going to make the argument that at the end, when Maul was in that force field behind the security officers and they were deciding what to do with her, in the 5 minutes, I'll give you 5 minutes. So from 5 minutes, they went from Discovery, beamed over to Starfleet HQ, had that discussion, which almost took 5 minutes. Then I love this too. Vance nods at the security guy, and the security guy, and she beams out. Like, there was no like nod, acknowledgement, and then beam her out. It just felt kind of stupid. But people are going to say that in that scene, she can't hear what's going on beyond the force field. Fine, that's fine. I didn't take it as that, though. I took it as she just experienced the death of her husband, her lover, and she's just like, everything's like a haze to her right now. It could be that the discussion was in fact distorted. I'll buy that. I'm sure you can do that with force fields, 100%. I buy it. I just do not think for a second that they would have done that in sickbay at all. And I'd have to go back and rewatch it now, but pretty sure that they were talking to them while they were in the force field as well. So yeah, no. James Knight, the bits and pieces of a new backstory for Commander Reno was interesting, but if a bit lackluster. Yep. Antiquities dealer, a welder. a bartender. Oh, and a VIP shuttle pilot. Lola, lay down, sweetie. Do you want to come up here next? Come here. Come here, Lola. Come on. Come here. Come here. Sorry. Brian says you can't OD yourself in a hospital with today's tech, but you can with future tech. Zachary Gibbons, yeah, if I had to get nitpicky, it's not the best, but for Discovery, you know, for this series, you're sort of great on a curve. Yeah, exactly. And this season overall has been much better than most of Discovery's runs, so got to give them credit for that. Marco, I felt it was so stupid the way Locke died. She escapes, fails, and he dies for nothing. Yep. But I did like where Book's like, she's not lying. He's in real bad shape. You need to go spend time with him, because they've been drawing this parallel the whole time of Maul and Locke are like Burnham and Book, and I think it's one of those situations where if it had been Burnham or Book, the other one would have wanted to go say goodbye if they were in fact dying. So yeah. And even if she had succeeded and got a shuttle and beamed him out, he would have died anyway. So after that overdose, I mean, and he did say when he was dying, I think I took too much or whatever. So Fleet Power, she can't hear what's going on due to drama. Her brain is running 20k light years a second. Yeah, that's the way I interpreted that scene. I'm sure others will say that it's because of the force field, and it very well could be. I don't know what exactly they were trying to represent with that scene, but yeah, she's in a fog. She's in a state of shock at that point. So, hey, Donnie is here. Fleetpaw, the Reno backstory kind of irked me slightly. What would a 23rd century antiquities dealer know about a manuscript written at least 120 years after she was active? I know. I thought the same thing. But she would know the people. No, she wouldn't, because they're all pushing up daisies, as she said. It's a very good point. Damn it. Fleetpaw. Hold on, I gotta flip my standard thing over. Maybe we'll get a good one this time. Nope, separated. God damn it. So yeah. There, I've said all my piece. I've said my piece for this episode. There's not much here for me. Could it have been better? Yep. Could it have been worse? Oh yeah, absolutely. It was good. It was for Discovery. It was good. It was all right. You done good, kid. You done good. Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm not firing on all cylinders tonight. I'm not my usual self. So I apologize. I am exhausted. But my back's feeling better. And so that's a positive, good thing, I guess. Zachary Gibbons. I think it was more the fact that she was a history enthusiast and could help in the sense of giving ideas of where it could be, but they did not explain that well. Yes, I believe you're correct. Fleetpaw says, I mean, the antiquities market probably doesn't change much over the centuries. Maybe new things become antiques, but who's to say the vault or whatever was even still around? Yep. It'd be cool to see what this thing looks like in the next episode. It'll probably be disappointing, though. What else are we to talk about? Who's buying the new Culber Discovery jacket? It looks pretty good. I wouldn't want it in white, but it looks pretty good. I like the design. It's way better than the Picard jackets. I don't like those. Every Tom, Dick, and everybody has one of those, and I hate the cut of the neck. It's kind of stupid. And I got jackets. I mean, I've got the Strangely Worlds away team jacket. I've got the Kirk bomber jacket, the Monster Maroon bomber jacket. I like jackets just fine. I like Culber's jacket. Wouldn't want it in white, but hey. But yeah, it's better than the Picard one. Merchandising. The real money from the movies made. If you know, you know. Anyway. Jank says, shame that when we are finally getting episodes that resemble Trek, it's on its way out. Yeah, and I said that going into this season. I had a feeling that this season was going to be their best season. And it'd be a real shame and disappointment the entire season because we know this is the last of it. Mark Henson says, I got nothing. That's kind of how I feel. Zachary Gibbons, you hear the funny line, 7 of 9 has a drink? 7 of limes? I never caught that. I was like, 7 of limes? Is that like 7 up? 7 of limes. I did not put that together. Wow. That makes me stupid. Anyway, Called C says, I feel like there were a lot of story MacGuffins in this episode. MacGuffins in Discovery, you say? No. No way. That's not happening. What are you even talking about? You're wrong. Fleetpaw, it's going to look like Mud's ship from TOS or an Antares class cargo ship. No, it's going to look something entirely different. It's going to be something very alien, I bet you any money. It's going to look disco. It's going to look like disco design. Fleetpaw, I want my security officer's jackets. I don't like vests, and I don't like puffers. Certain people can't get away with wearing puffy jackets or puffers. Certain people can. That's all I'll say. Brian Adamson, well, the episode kept the feeling of Starfleet is super small still. Yeah, 100% it did. Yeah. Oh, look, they've finally arrived, all 4 of them. It's like, thoom, thoom, which was cool, by the way. And then 2 more, thoom, thoom. But it's a shot from behind, and there's like, what, 7 or 8 of them? And then this fucking massive thing that's even dwarfing the entire Starfleet headquarters. It's like, okay, what are you guys going to do? You're not going to do much against that thing, I don't think. Mark says Michelle Paradise has even referred to the story elements that she writes as being full of MacGuffins. Well, there you go. Called to See says, LOL, I love the new first officer. Can't remember his name. It's Rainier. But I wish his personality had more effect on the behavior on the ship. They started him strong and just kept nerfing him. Oh, it's like the guns in Helldivers 2. Fleetpaw, well, I'm fat, so I can't get away with wearing puffy anything. You said it, I didn't. Some things are slimming, some things are not. Donnie says, I love Rainier. So do I. Dreadnought equals Space Whale. Kestrel, 7 of Limes. How does a pre-Kirk character make a drink named after 7 of 9? Because she's in the fucking future and probably researched it and thought, hey, that's a catchy name. I make a lime drink. I'll call it 7 of Limes. I don't know. Brian Adamson, do you think the writers are trying to make Burnham more likable this season? 100% yes. Even last season, they were improving her. Ever since she's been captain, she's been a better character. She's been more, she's been better written. She's been more relatable. Um, so yeah. Fleetpaw, she does have access to the database. Yes. Yes, they are, and they are succeeding, Brian. Ozzy, shuttle bay door closed. Door black alert. Mark says, I'm so fat I will probably die soon. That's depressing. Ozzy says, long live the pugs and dot. Yes, it's long life to you, Puggins. Ozzy has forspoken it. Yeah. That just took the wind out of the live. No, this live hasn't been lively at all. It's not that appealing of an episode to talk about, and it's perfectly fine. It's perfectly serviceable, but it's just and there's not much to talk about. For the running time of 54 minutes, you could have put all of this in like 20 minutes and then done something else. And there's no hook at the end of the episode. There's never a hook at the end of Discovery. It's always the zoom in on Burnham. Let's fly. Or black alert. I don't want to tune back in now, thank you. Hook at the end of the episode. Get people wanting to tune in next week. You're not doing that, apparently. Anyway. Zachary says she is in the future. They know the events of Picard, which is ancient history by Reno's standpoint. It's just a funny Easter egg that Seven now has a drink named after her. Kestrel, I guess I thought she was a bartender before they came to the future, before she was in Starfleet. Oh well. She probably was, but she said, I have a special guest gig tonight at Red's, which is the bar on the ship, and you'll have to try one of my specialties, 7 of limes. But she might have invented that drink after she was in the future, or she had something exactly the same in the past named something else, and now she thought 7 of 9 was a catchy name. 7 of limes, she makes it with limes. Makes sense. 7 ingredients, 7 different alcohols maybe, and lime slices in it. Who knows? Fleetpaw, what about the history we got about Rainier's species? Kind of reminded me of the Talaxians. The Bajorans, so many other species. But yes, I thought it was fine. And I love that the other Praetor or whatever the title is of the brain, had said that he fights like a brain. It's cool. Brian says the hook is getting this over with. Called C. I really wanted this season to redeem the show, but they're acknowledging the criticisms fans have and just justifying them and doubling down. Yes and no to that. I mean, the show has been improving, and this season is definitely a standout as far as all the seasons of Discovery lined up together. So you got to give them credit that they are listening and kind of paying attention. But yes, some of the same tropes still sneak in. I'm telling you, Star Trek is not meant to be a serialized show. It's meant to be episodic. If you want to, season 4 of Enterprise was the perfect example. You had 2, 3, sometimes 4 story arcs that were contained story, serialized, but like 4 episodes max, right? And then you moved on to the next story. You can see the division points in season 4 of Enterprise. To take a entire story that this good and to stretch it to this is a problem. And that's the exact thing that happened to Picard season 2. It was a fine story. It was a good story. three episodes, maybe 4 at the most. Then move on to another story. Do not take this good story and stretch it to the point where the ones in the middle are like paper wafer thin. It just, and you feel it. Can you not snore? That'd be awesome. You're even awake. You're staring at me. It's the way you're laying. Fleetbot said she was a bartender, but she picks up shifts at Discovery's bar, so she has specialties. Sean says Seven is an Enterprise captain. She would be famous, and a former Borg. Like if they learned about the Borg and all that, and it's which they would have, and it's like wow, this Borg became the captain of the Federation flagship. Reno has also implied that she's a drummer in past episodes. She said she had a dream when she was a drummer for Prince. I think it was Prince. I don't remember that. Jank says Rainier is so awesome, and others' sadness about his the season ending. I like the dynamic of an older number one. Yes, he's fantastic. He would make a better captain, though, in my opinion. But yes, he's fantastic. Great character. Mark says, has anybody watched season 2 of Prodigy in French? No, and I won't. Once it's released officially, plus I'm not watching anything in French. Once it's released officially, then we'll talk about it. Australia is not real. Just ask a flat earther. Puts in $5 Australian. I'm about to get my season 5, episode 7. I'm not reading that. You should know me well enough by now to know that I'm not going to say that. Brian Adamson, I have been watching 90s Trek and love the episodic nature, but the industry is hooked on serialized shows. Yep, it's the new way to do it. And not 24 episodes a season anymore. Now it's 10, maybe 13. Joseph Barbato, Enterprise season 3 and 4 were the best. They nailed it in season 4. I wish we could have got a season 5. Oh, they nailed it in season 4. Yes, because they also knew that that was their last season. They knew that they knew that at the start of the season that they weren't going to have another one. So they had time to make those stories and make that closeout meaningful. So, Project Achieva, whatever happened to Fred? I thought the twist was going to be that he was an antiques dealer needed for this clue. Yeah, what did happen to Fred? I would like to see Fred return. Sam's like, oh, it would be great if he comes back. I hope he comes back. He might come back. And I'm like, you're not going to get that from Discovery. They're not going to bring that character back. So, Mark Henson, I don't have a problem with a serialized Trek show. They just don't draw it out so much that it sucks. If the story is too boring, you're going to lose me. Yeah. Zachary is headed out. Looking forward to the official reviews tomorrow. Yes, there'll be an official edited review in the afternoon, and then at 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, we do the complete breakdown, where we look at every scene. Fleetpaw, not a mod warning, just a personal opinion. I really wish people would stop using that childish abbreviation for Discovery. Grow up, folks. Yep. I've never said it. Every time somebody tries to make me say it, I don't, because it's rude and insulting and not funny. Mark Lawrence, $5. Didn't the people in charge say before the season started that this season wouldn't be another season-long arc about a galaxy-wide threat? They did, but they're telling the truth because this is not a galaxy-wide threat. It's not a threat at all. It's just a discovery. Pardon the pun. But it could be a threat if in the wrong hands. So they did technically tell the truth from a certain point of view. Thank you, Obi-Wan Kenobi. Mark Henson, I haven't seen it. Got no spoilers to give other than that the episode title is on Memory Alpha. Besides, I don't understand the language. Brian says, do you think the guy with the glasses could be a Q? Kovic? Sure, anything's possible. I think it's more likely that he's a temporal agent or something like that, but he definitely could be a Q. The only French I know is French fries or French bread. He didn't say French kissing, which he's kind of insulting himself in that regard, that he's never, you know, can't get it on with the ladies. Sorry, Mark, I'm just kidding. Hashtag justice for Fred. Cosmo, greetings, Captain. Greetings, Cosmo. Good to see you. That dude Vince wasn't into this episode. The first 2 episodes were great, and it's been a bit disappointing after for me. Feel like it's gotten too far away from the chase plot. Yep. You're not wrong. You're not wrong. French fries are actually aluments. What about a croissant? Oh, croissant. Mark says, oh yeah, I forgot about French kissing. Sure you did. Let's see. Can I turn this and get this to work now? I mean, nope, of course not. That's super disappointing. My goodness. Well, I'm fine with not talking about the episode now. I'm just saying. We're at the hour mark. Hello? Wake up now. Okay, sure. Mark says, I guess French Quarter as well. I like New Orleans. Narlands. Fleepaw, I thought French fries in French was pommes frites. Probably. Who cares? Nobody speaks French. Caldsea. The other tiring part of Discovery is that every season has them lurching from crisis to crisis with no reprieve. It's exhausting. So, like you said, the episodic approach allows for breathers. Yes, and it also allows for bad episodes. You know, when you got 24 to 26 episodes a season, and you've got to make episodic stories, some of them aren't going to be that great. So they're filler episodes. They're just stinkers. But it gives you a chance as well to do like a super serious story that's, you know, hard hitting, and then the next episode is kind of whimsical and funny and kind of lighthearted. But you're right, you don't get those moments with Discovery because it is literally like, how long has it been since episode 1? Has it been a week, a month? Have they clarified? Has it been 5 days? We don't know. Jank says, I haven't seen anyone talk about this, but some of the scenes from some of the scenes seems emptier somehow than classic Trek. I can't figure it out. It's just because the away parties are always Burnham +1 or something else. Yep. The captain's going down and she's taking her bestie, or she's taking her former boyfriend. What about security, sir? Nah, they can stay on the ship and be back up just in case. And there's always an excuse. There's always a reason. The less cultural, you know, this is a burial site. This is sacred ground. We don't want to disturb it. To what was the other reason that she didn't want to take security? Oh, yeah. If Maul and Locke will feel threatened. Book knows Maul, so it's much friendlier. It's just the 2 of us go. We don't need security. Okay then. Good job. Use captain material for sure. French toast too. Brian says, I think it's time for bed. Mark says, chili cheese French fries. Oh, those are so good. Fully loaded fries. That dude Vince. My girlfriend just told me that dog snores as loud as I do. Well, I got two pugs here, but yes, this is Laura. She's a little overweight, so she does snore. But she's got that short pug snout, which makes it hard for her to breathe. I snore too, unless I'm wearing my CPAP machine. So, say hi to your girlfriend for me. Cosmo, pommes frites are regular fries, which are actually from Belgium. French fries, or allumets, is the name of how they are cut. In this case, very thin. Those would be shoestring fries. Just saying. Joshua Irwin. Kovic is definitely interesting in that he somehow outranks even Admiral Vance. I don't know if outranks necessarily, but it's like civilian contractors in the military. Like in Top Gun, for example. She's a civilian contractor, so you do not salute her, but you better listen to her because the Pentagon listens to her about your performance. And because they're not in the military hierarchy or structure, they can't be like disciplined in that structure. So I don't think he's higher ranking than Vance at all. I think it's just a different branch. And so Vance really doesn't have any power over him to like give him shit, you know? Mark Henson, chili cheese fries with onions and ranch and jalapenos. Brian Adamson, I was watching an episode of Voyager and Janeway took 3 security teams with her. Yes. Jank throws in $22. Oh my God, thank you. That is awesome. I almost never catch the lives. Thanks for the content. #1 source for Trek discussions on YouTube. Oh my God, thank you, sir. I really appreciate that. Don't know how true that is, but thank you. We do like our community. Actually, we love you guys, the Trekyardians. And yeah, I love just being able to like hang out with you guys and chat and talk Trek. So thank you so much. That means a lot. So Arvor says that the bridge crew in Trek even goes on away missions seems kind of dumb. Scared the shit out of the pug. Some dipshit in a Volkswagen Golf with a little bit of backfiring issues. That's fucking hilarious. Anyway, back to Arvor. That the bridge crew in Trek even go on away missions seems kind of dumb when you think about it. A starship has a crew of hundreds, and they insist on sending the same members of the bridge crew. Yes, the most highly trained, most time invested into them, and most important people to run the ship. Yes, you're absolutely right. This is kind of stupid. Caldsey says, I agree that Kovic could be a temporal agent. Director, or perhaps even Section 31. I don't want it to be Section 31. I could fuck off with Section 31. Section 31's been over fucking saturated. You know what? There was no Section 31 until Deep Space Nine. And then we get Sloan. And it's like, is this guy for real? Does he actually work for an organization called Section 31? Or is he just fucking insane and think that he's Section 31? Is he the only one? How many are there? Like, you don't know. There's so many questions. And of course, they retcon it. And of course, now put it in Enterprise with Malcolm. And it's like, okay, Section 31's been around since then. No, it really hasn't, because it's never been fucking mentioned before. As it shouldn't be. It's a secret organization. So now it's just fucking everywhere. Section 31, everything. To the point where in Discovery, they're walking around with their little black badges in their hands. I'm Section 31. Do you see my black badge? It's really cool. Look at my black badge. Don't look at my black badge. It's a secret. It's like, get fucked. Section 31 is oversaturated. I don't know how the movie's going to be. It might be really good. We'll see how it goes. But I think I get so sick and tired of hearing about Section 31. So it was an interesting premise in DS9, 100%. It was because you never knew the extent. Like Sloan would just show up in Bashir's apartment or his quarters. How did he get there? Is he just insane? We don't know. But yeah, then it's like, oh no, Section 31 is definitely a thing. It kind of took the fun out of it for me a little bit. So, Brian says, yeah, I don't care about any other Trek channel. Thank you. That dude Vince, a lot of other channels are overly positive even when something is bad. You can't win. You can't win on YouTube. Either you're overly positive or you're a fucking troll and a hater, and negativity sells. So these negative channels are like hundreds of thousands of subscribers above us because hate fucking sells. And we've been referred to as the neutral zone of Star Trek channels because we don't take one side or the other. We point out the good and the bad and we just discuss it. So it's kind of a double-edged sword, and we kind of fucked ourselves in the beginning by doing that. But hey, you know, we're getting the things we want to talk about out in the most honest way we know how. Can't beat ourselves up about that. A rice drive-by fireworks. Okay, drive-by shooting. What a fucking asshat. Twat waffle. I hope OPP or London PD get him for being a nuisance. Yeah, it was a white Volkswagen Golf. I don't know the year though. Newer one. Mark Henson. Maybe Kovic is from Section 32. There you go. Mark Lawrence. Love that Lower Decks made fun of the black badges. Calcy says that's fair. Yeah, like Section 31 is just overdone. Temporal agents haven't been overdone. Sure, they're referenced in Tomorrow, the Strange New Worlds episode, but they're not saturated, oversaturated. I think I think a time agents show, like Set on Relativity, maybe would make a fantastic show. You could go to different eras of Trek. You could see different iterations. Go to the movie era 1 week. Next week you go to the future. Week after that you go to TNG, and then you go back to TOS, and then you go back to like Archer's time, and then it would be fucking great. It'd be a great show. Section 31, it's just, yeah. Mark Lawrence. Sloan did naked martial arts. That dude Vince. Yeah, it's sad that hate sells. Brian Adamson. And that's why I love you guys. Right in the middle. Stuck in the middle with you. Mark Henson. I think that some Trek deserves harsh criticism, but some doesn't. It's like the commander always says, when they get it right, call it out, and vice versa. Yes, 100%. Fleet probably had Quebec plates too. Damn separatists. Jeff W. Hey, how's it going? It's going all right. It's going all right. Like I said, I'm a little tired, but and yesterday I was not tired. Yesterday I was like on top of my game. Go back and watch our live from yesterday. I was like energetic and just all day, even though I've suffered from like 2.5 to 3 weeks of like severe back pain, which is finally kind of now gone. It's kind of just a dull ache now. And then the day before yesterday, which would have been Tuesday. Yeah, Tuesday I woke up in the morning and I was coughing. I had a massive headache and body aches. I was sick. And I thought, oh shit. That's why I didn't do it live on Tuesday. Woke up on Wednesday, fucking right as rain. Felt perfect. Like just in an upbeat mood. And then today it's just kind of been So I don't know what's going on. Yeah. So that's how it's going. Thank you for asking. So I don't know if you guys know, but I got the entire run of Star Trek the magazine. I used to have some of these, probably about 3/4 of the collection. Didn't have the complete set, right? And then our basement got flooded back in like 2020, 2021. Anyway, and these were unfortunately in a box on the floor, so they got wrecked. But I found Sylvia actually found somebody that was selling the entire set. He's got all of them from beginning to end and every alternate cover, except for this one, which was the premiere issue. And I found this on eBay for 20 bucks and picked it up. So I got the entire collection of Star Trek the magazine now, which is fucking great. There's a lot of great articles in here. So I want somebody to pick a number between 1 and 112. Pick a number between 1 and 112, and we'll take a look at that page and read something interesting off of it. Because like this thing has like fold outs, schematics and orthos and all types of cool shits. You know what I'm saying? And then like cutaways and technical information and interviews, and this magazine was the shit. It's a shame it went away. Like concept art, interviews with like Doug Drexler and stuff like that. I wish I could interview Doug Drexler. That'd be cool. Anyway, stuff like seeing how the captain's yacht. Oh, holy shit, guys. I have a whole box of those magazines. Probably weather related. I'm a little tired too, dealing with strong to severe storms all day. Mark Henson, I really am only interested in the new Section 31 movie if Luther Sloan shows up. I was so glad his character came back for Bill and Deadface. The music, yes. It was great finding out that he was dead. Yeah. Mark Henson, I have a whole box of those magazines. So Called C says 62. The irony, 62 is the one I was just looking at with the Borg Queen there. It's the concept art. I'll just read one of them. As the various body parts appear, they are locked together until an entire body is ready and waiting for the Queen. Eric Martin, page 87. Hi, Eric. How's it going? Ooh, 87. Collectibles, applications. Page 87. They got a deck plan of the Defiant there. And that says, the Deep Space Nine technical manual also provides a wealth of information on the USS Defiant and the station's runabouts, including deck plans. Ozzy says page 100. Page 100 is a briefing on the Borg. So the Queen, that 7 encountered bore an uncanny resemblance to her predecessor. All right, Mark Henson, 62. Already showed 62. Jeff W, 111. I see what you did there. So that's coming soon. In next issue, on sale May 4th, 1999. So yeah, I've got the complete run of these and all the alternate variant covers. And it starts in May 1999 and goes to April 2001, something like that. Project Achieva 43. I'm gonna have to keep it to just super chat numbers because this is crazy. Need some kind of restriction on there. 43. Ooh, USS Enterprise, NCC 1701E shuttlecraft. Shuttlecraft schematics. Do you see it? Do you see? Do you see? Fleet Paws, $2.69. Good number, good number. 69. Well, you can do a 69 with Belana Torres there, or this chick that was like macking on Harry Kim. The crew has got a lot closer to home this year, but Brandon won't reveal whether they will be celebrating their arrival in the Alpha Quadrant anytime soon. If only we knew what would happen to Voyager. 69, dude. 69, 69, 69. Geek in Review. Hey, folks. Hey, Geek in Review. Eric Martin, $10. Just woke up. Well, welcome to the land of the waked, the woke. Welcome to the land of the woke. Oh, my God. Welcome to the land of the alive. There you go. Good to see you, Eric. Kashink, good episode. Fleetpaw, Ships of the Line featuring Doug Drexler. Designing the NXR featuring Doug Drexler. Jeff W. But on Trek, I have been pleasantly surprised with Discovery Season 5. Agreed. I've said the same thing. Mark Henson, does the Borg Queen do 69? Does he have to eat? I mean, probably not. Caldsey, that was a nice shuttle. Very cool. Oh, hell yeah. So, yeah. So, yeah, I've got the entire collection of these magazines now, which is awesome. Here's number 2. So, number 1 has a whole bunch of stuff, and then plus 3 technical briefings: the Star Trek Insurrection ships, the Sona, and the Borg. Book 2, Volume 2, Number 2, Season 2, Episode 2. Anyway, has a whole bunch of stuff. It also has 4 technical briefings: Deep Space Nine, USS Prometheus, the Klingons, and Starfleet and the Federation. These were used a lot for research for Trekyards, just for the record. Like, shows you how the landing pads work on Deep Space Nine for the runabouts. The Prometheus? I wish we could interview Rick Sternbach. That'd be awesome. This? The Franklin Mint 3D chess set? TOS one? I have that in the other room. It's behind me when I'm doing stuff in the ready room. Just saying. So yeah, sorry, just had to change the topic there. So. Brian Adamson, I'm surprised the magazine started in '99 and not earlier. Agreed. Well, there was ones earlier. There was the Star Trek, the official fan club magazine, which I had as a kid. I have a few copies around here somewhere. A lot thinner, a lot less detailed, but Mark Hansen's, I didn't mean to say he, just she. But you do, I was reading what you wrote, so. Fleetpaw, that magazine was the successor to Star Trek The Communicator, wasn't it? Well, successor means comes after this. The Communicator came after this one. The Communicator replaced this one. And the Communicator is not that good compared to these. There's a certain quality. They actually have spines. Like, you know, and they're actually like a good card stock. Like, they're really nice. Communicator, not so much. So. Wait, is Successor the first, like, prior? I thought Successor... Am I just stupid? Yes. It eventually became the Communicator. Jeff W., I wonder if Section 31 will be... if 31 will be before Strange New Worlds Season 3 or after. Well, it's probably going to be after because, as we know, there's a young Rachel Garrett in it. They've got an actress playing a young Rachel Garrett, so... Eric Martin, I remember the old Starlog magazines during the TOS movie era. Well, Starlog is not Star Trek. Starlog covers all sci-fi. And yes, I have a few of those as well. But these are specifically Star Trek. Mark Henson, I'm looking at my Migo Super Phaser target game. Nice. Nice. Yeah. I need to do another shelf by shelf episode. And shelf 4, my God, it's full of books, technical manuals and stuff. It'll be an interesting one. Just saying. Whichever one had Quark's Bazaar shopping section in it, I used to get. Quark's Bazaar, eh? Quark is bizarre. Let me move the standard thing again. The bubbles are all sufficiently... Nope, still fucked up. Wow, that's really disappointing. Eric says, wow, turning 50, completely out of the warranty period, the aches and pains era. 100%. It's a great way to put it. Nobody's contacted me about my extended warranty either. Mark says, I seem to have misplaced my Playmates TOS Type 2 phaser, but I got my tricorder at least. Well, I also have those things, but they're downstairs. What do you guys want to talk about? I think I'm probably going to wrap it up. I did say at the beginning of this one it was going to be a little bit shorter. I didn't expect it to go over an hour, honestly, because there wasn't much to talk about this episode. So, Eric Martin, no extended warranty. They have heard about your back. My back's fine. It's never been better. Fleetbot says, I ran out of my warranty almost 5 years ago. They don't warranty themselves as long anymore. That's true. Jeff W., I have a 3D printed 21-inch Enterprise F. It's very nice. Are you compensating for something? And is 21 inches actually 21 inches? Or is 21 inches like this big? And you're like, is it 21 inches? I kid. It's fine. Anyway, yeah, I think I'll call it there, guys. I'm just not in the doing a live kind of mood at the moment, unfortunately. So I apologize to all of you. You are all awesome, all 28 of you that are here, and 44 likes. How is it that on my late night lives, I always get like double the likes? Because people come in and go out. That's why. Because people don't watch the whole thing. They don't care. They don't want to be here the entire time. But 45 likes with 27 people here right now. Whereas during me and Sam's lives, we can have like 30 people and barely get to 20 likes sometimes. I think that says a lot. When it's just me, I get more likes than people. I'm not knocking Sam, but the numbers, they never lie, don't you know? Mark says, I wish I had 21 inches. No, you don't. No, you don't. No woman would want that. And you'd only get the tip in, and you don't want that. Trust me. Trust me. Eric Martin, at least I made it. To the live? Yes, thank you. Brian Adamson, have a good night. I'm going to bed also. Good night, Brian. Thank you for joining me. Project Achieva, I'm here the whole time. That's because you are a superstar. You get a gold sticker. You get a gold star. Eric Martin, 21 inches. All the hot green women would be after you. Fleet Paw, you wouldn't know what to do with 10 inches, let alone 21 inches. Most men wouldn't know what to do with 10 inches. This conversation's gone way off the rails now. Brian says, I had a buddy who had one down past his knees and he hated it. Bruh. Bruh. You'd hate it for multiple reasons. You couldn't wear pants. Pass out when you got an erection. Couldn't get a full erection, first of all. Not enough blood in your body. And none of the ladies like that. It hurts. It hurts. I'm telling you. Fleet Paw, I was here from the top too. Well, you were here from almost the top. You didn't come in right away. Just saying. James Knight, I've been here from the start, but mostly lurking. That's okay, James. At least you're here. Thank you. I appreciate it. Jeff W., no, the Odyssey class is a big ship, so made sense. Rolling on floor laughing. Wow. She'd bleed every time. Oh my God. Yeah, we need to stop talking now. Eric Martin, $10. How is the live? Now this is a live. Yes. Are you guys going to be here on Saturday for my 50th birthday celebration, Drunkyards? Please come have a drink with us. It'll be fun. Fleet Paw, he had to have had a really short thigh to be down past his knee. Maybe he was an amputee. I don't know. Anywho's, this has gone way off the rails and it's not going to be corrected anytime soon. So I think that's a sign that I need to end the live. We have 30 people here now, though, and 48 likes. Can we get 2 more likes? Can we get 2 more likes to get to 50? Just 2. 2 of you haven't hit the like button, and I know it. It's this guy over here who's not even really paying attention. And this one right there. You know who you are. Embarrassing. There's 49. Can we get 1 more? There it is. 50. Thank you. You guys are awesome. See, you knew I was talking about you. Or he had a horses sewn on. But it was fun off the rails. It's always fun when it goes off the rails. I actually prefer just the weekend lives or the midweek lives where I don't have a topic, when it's not a first reaction live and I just come on late night just to talk about anything and everything. Those are always the best. Hit like I was asleep and I hit live. Fleet Paw, it's not me. I hit it as soon as I got here, as you should. For that 90% raise I gave you, you should be hitting like as soon as you get here. Mark Lawrence, did you see Jonathan Lane's An Absent Friend? No, I have not seen that. Anyway, guys, I'm going to call it there before this goes any worse. And thank you for watching. So, summation of the episode, it was fine. It was good. It was intriguing yet frustrating at the same time. Lots going on, but nothing at all. It's one of those weird ones. And I'm really just hoping that next episode is better. I want to see this archive. I want it to be cool. It's not gonna be. I just have a feeling. So, anyhow, thank you for watching. I appreciate you guys. Tune in tomorrow for our edited review in the afternoon. Okay, stop. She knows I'm getting off the live, so she's excited. And tune in also at 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for a complete breakdown and review of the episode. And then tune in on Saturday for our edited content. And also for the live Trekyards. That would be really fun to have you guys there. So if you can, come wish me a happy birthday. 50 years. I mean, I never thought I'd get to 50. But here I am. And I don't feel like I'm 50. I still feel like I'm fucking 20. Like, I don't feel like I should be 50. When I remember being 20 and thinking about a 50-year-old, I would not have pictured somebody like me. You know what I mean? So I don't know if that's just me or if I'm like crazy and I actually look 50 and I just don't see it. I don't know, but I still feel like I'm in high school with the way I think, the way I act, and hopefully I never fucking act 50. Anyway, thank you for watching. Have yourselves a great night, and I will... It's about the journey. Intriguing and frustrating new Trek in a nutshell. All right, that's a great way to end it. So thank you guys for watching. Have yourselves a great night, and I will see you tomorrow, or Saturday, or both.